Hello, this is my second developer video in creating my dream indie character action game inspired by Devil May Cry. And for this video, I'm going to show you the new improvements I've made within my project. One of the new improvements that I implemented within my project is the horizontal wall run. The horizontal wall run is an ability that the player can use to run across the wall horizontally to reach through specific terrains that are impossible for double jumping plus air dashing to reach. Another new feature I added is the wall slide, which allows the player to slide the wall after jumping forward against it or jumping neutral, hovering the air, though the player cannot move while wall sliding. Additionally, you can perform a wall jump while sliding the wall downward. The next thing I would like to add is the improvement of counterattacks. Originally, I had to press forward or backward to perform a counterattack, in which is kind of a carbon copy of the Royal Guard counters from Devil May Cry. And I had to stop and think about it and come up with something that is very distant from it. So I stopped with that route and use either light or heavy attack to counterattack while blocking. Nevertheless, my defense system can be just as much of a risk and reward system as the Royal Guard style of the Devil May Cry series, in which that you can't use your defense all the time. You have to be more strategic in your approach onto how to use your defense against opponents effectively. Speaking of defense, I made modifications to it where the player can parry the opponent's close range attack and deflect the opponent's long range attack. With this approach, the player can follow up defensive maneuvers with immediate offensive attacks, allowing him to rack up more skill points. In my last developer video, I didn't have that many weapons for these strong weapons as opposed to these standard melee weapons, but thankfully that changed because I added a new spear to these strong melee weapons. What makes the spear a strong weapon is that it allows the player to take advantage of its crowd control capabilities. This in turn allows the player to deal with the hordes of enemies while at the same time getting out of tight situations. Hopefully, I'll be adding more unique melee weapons for both standard and strong attacks, giving the player as much variety and creative expression in combat as I can. The weapons I'll be adding will have utility, damage, crowd control, and moveset extension for each fight style the player will acquire as the game progresses. By the way, I added a new enemy type, which is the range enemy, the enemy that can shoot projectiles while keeping distance from the player, which makes it annoying yet challenging for the player to overcome. This way, the player will have a decent challenge. So essentially, I have two enemy types. One, melee enemy, which is a type of enemies that attacks the player in close range, and range enemy, which is the type of enemy that attacks the player long range while keeping distance from the player. I will be adding more enemy types in the near future, but now I'll just have to stick with what I have right now, which is 2 different enemy types you're seeing throughout this video. Well, that's all I have to show you on this video, at least for now. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel for future videos regarding my dream in making an indie character action game inspired by Devil May Cry. Also, check out my other channel on how to make a character action game like this. Peace out, and I will see you guys on my next developer video.